This is Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast, and this is a leadership series where we ask questions of leaders from all around the world. So here's our question for this week. What advice do you have for leaders out there right now? What advice do you have for people that are watching you right now? So listen carefully. This is pretty good advice. We'll see you right after this.
General advice I might want to give to someone that's watching this video would be, number one, keep watching these videos because they're fantastic. And I've been in the business 34 years and I learn something from them every time I watch. Not only learn something, but am inspired by them.
Set goals and go after them. You need to set goals in a company. And if you don't accomplish those goals, reassess and set new goals. Complacency kills. And I think once you become complacent in any service business, then you've lost the battle. You have to keep enthusiasm. You have to enjoy what you're doing. And if you do that, and if you can sit back and honestly think that you've done good as far as where you are in your development, then complacency should never set in. It should be a non-existent thing.
Okay, my advice for anybody watching this video is, you can't change 10 things at once. You're going to hear, I've seen these videos myself. There's been a lot of really good advice and comments, and you really got to kind of think about what could work for your company, and really, pick just one or two things that you really want to work on and have change made. Otherwise, it's just going to be noise. You're going to get lost and you get back into the day-to-day.
What advice would I have for other leaders of this organization is always strive to be better. Don't ever accept where you're at as good enough. I think I want to sleep well at night knowing that I'm doing well, but I also want to wake up in the morning and challenge myself to do more.
What advice do I have for people watching the video? I would say be open. Bill and I are doing this at the event out in Louisville. I think going to events like this and going to look at other landscape companies, going across the country, when we look at other landscape companies and we talk to consultants, we always take something away. There's always, not everybody does things the same way. We all have our own different ways of doing things. We all sort of end up in the same place. But you learn something every time you talk to somebody, and keeping an open mind and looking at things and trying to change and grow and adapt as our company matures.
You need to be involved with the industry. You need to be involved with your community, and you need to be involved legislatively to really promote our industry and protect our industry. I think there's so much that we as community leaders and organizations, you need to be involved and engaged in our local communities, showing what we are as a company, as an industry, and really promoting our industry in a positive light through that professionalism and the care of the product and the stewardship that we have for the environment that we were actually involved with.
The advice I'd have for leaders in organizations watching this video would be to have values, set your values, and then live by them. Live by those values and have your staff and your team live by those values.
So those are some pretty good answers to that question, weren't they? I hope you wrote some notes down, and this will help you a tremendous amount. We get some real positive feedback on these leadership series questions, so we hope to hear from you. Let us know what other questions you'd like to ask leaders out there. So now this is Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast. I have no idea where Head Harvester Ed is. He's on the East Coast or West Coast, or he's all over the place. But I tell you one thing, we're both here to help you harvest your potential.